How about them goddamn birds, man? Bang! That's what the hell I'm talking about, man. What a damn win. Well, I wouldn't say what a damn win, but what a tough fought battle. I did not expect this at all, to be honest with you. First off, cheers. You already know, salute. I did not expect that. 10-7. The Eagles beat the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay, in Lambeau. 10-7. Unbelievable. At halftime, the score was 0-0. Look, I get it's tough playing in Lambeau. It's tough to play Green Bay in Lambeau, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Look, the Panthers just beat them last week and all this and that. But I don't look into that. It's a trap game. And they've been dropping games to bad teams like Cleveland or Panthers, but then they play good against, good teams. But I did not expect that in terms of our offense. Hey, even our defense. Listen, I get it. The Packers are missing Tucker Kraft for the season. I have him on fantasy. It sucks. He was playing like a top 5 tight end. It's terrible. He's out and he's done for the year. They were missing Matthew Golden, but she wasn't really doing anything anyway. He's a rookie, and we thought he was going to do a lot more than that. But the opportunities he's been given, he really hasn't done much. We get the deal, whatever. But our defense balled out. I did not expect that. I really didn't. I said, okay, look, it's the same guys, and they made Carson Wentz look pretty good in the second half of the game. And, you get the deal. Giants game, that's one thing. They looked good. Okay. But the addition, I'll get to is this, the addition of Jalen Phillips. This man is awesome. And I already knew he was going to be a really good addition. I did. But I didn't expect it to be this soon. Wasn't he just traded here on Wednesday? Tuesday, sorry, right? With the deadline, something like that. Yeah. And boom, he comes here. I know he has Vic Fangio's playbook tattooed into his mind. But still, I didn't expect that fast of an impact. He's already playing the best edge guy we have on the whole damn team. That quickly. Insane. Nolan Smith's back. Great. Defense was unbelievable. I mean, we could have pitched a shutout. We really could have. If it wasn't for, late minutes and, Jacobs got the touchdown, whatever. And if it wasn't for that Jahad Campbell, jump out, boom, and they call that a pass interference. I get he was tackling while he was trying to, but I don't think he was trying. You get the thing. He was trying to basically wrap him up because he thought the guy was catching the ball, and that put them right there at the 10, right there at the 5, the 8, whatever it was, and it was easy for them to score from that point. But other than that, we had them in handcuffs the entire game. But the score to be 0-0 at halftime was crazy to me. Packers got the ball first, and they moved it a little. Next, boom, 3-and-out. We come on the field. We ran 8 minutes of clock, almost 9 minutes of clock. And we did this drive where it was just, okay, run the ball, short pass. We got it down to almost the red zone, or at least in field goal range. And then Jalen takes off and runs, he fumbles. Am I blaming him? No, it's one of his only takeaways this season. I think he has only one interception on the season, and I think it's only his second fumble, maybe something like that. So 3 takeaways the whole year for him. He's playing very good in terms of that regard. I said, damn, okay. So they get the ball back. Next thing you know, Jordan Love fumbles, but he recovers it, but within that same area for them. And it's a whole big thing and back and forth. But it was crazy because once we got late in the game and it was still 0-0, I said, man, if Jalen didn't fumble right there, and we're in that first 8 or 9 minute drive, if he didn't fumble there and possibly score a field goal or a touchdown, we would possibly already be talking about, we won this game. That's how crazy defenses were playing. So I give credit to the Green Bay Packers defense as well. But I will say this. I was a little disappointed in terms of what our offense gave us. What I mean by that is you had a week, almost 2 weeks really, almost, to prepare for this team. After coming off that, the Broncos, they started throwing it more, and then they lost the Giants, whatever, lost the Broncos as well. That Minnesota Vikings game, and I get Minnesota Vikings ain't the best team in the world, I get it. But within the way Hurts was throwing the ball, 325 yards, blah, 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 3 touchdowns, looking awesome. And then we go into the New York Giants game, and we were like, damn, there's no A.J. Brown, and Cam Jurgens isn't going to play. Man, how's the offense going to look? And the offense looked awesome. It was a different approach, more of a running approach, 300 yards rushing, and less, it was like 170, whatever. But the creativity of the offense started to flip. You saw it and go, wow, where have these plays been all year? Only when they needed these plays to be ran, they ran them. And what I mean by that is the Rams game. They were down 26-6. The second half, they flipped the whole playbook around, and boom, 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 everything was open and wide open. They're hitting guys. So I said, wow, they've got a week to rest, a week and a little bit more than that, and they get the week to rest to adjust things. They didn't add no one new to the offense. I mean, the defense they did, so I thought, okay, defense might need some tweaks, but offensively, they're going to sit back and come up with an awesome game plan. They're going to come out and unleash some shit, man. And they're going to play off the hook. I was wrong. But I give credit to the Packers defense because they played their asses off. They played a great game. So I don't know where to go with it. I think next week will be the telling one. On Sunday night against the Detroit Lions. They'll be at home. Detroit Lions are a team that have an explosive as hell offense. Defense, they're all right. I mean, they have players there. They have players. But you can score, it's just weird. It's just weird. I thought that... and I get it was a bitter cold night, and Saquon's slipped a couple times, and even there were some plays where it was like, damn, there was play action, and you could see Hurts was looking for that one play. I think it was Darius Cooper, and he slips on the route. Literally, I mean, he slips, not just slips. I mean, he slips and then slides onto his stomach out into the end zone. It was like, whoa, that's where he was going to look to throw the ball, because you saw on that read, you see and next thing you know, he just rolls around and throws it out. He didn't play great. I mean, he didn't play bad, as I meant to say. He didn't play great, but he didn't play bad. He played actually very good, in my opinion, in terms of what he was given. The offensive play calling was predictable as all hell. I mean, all they wanted to do was run the ball, and there was nothing to gain. There was no yards to gain. There was nothing there. It was just keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. Stuffed for -1 yard, -2 yards. Okay, picked up 3 yards, picked up 4 yards. They were trying, I guess, replicate what they did last week, but I guess they didn't keep in mind that the Giants have one of the worst run defenses in the whole entire NFL. I mean, listen, when your backup or maybe even third-string running back, Tank Bigsby, has 100 yards on 8 carries, that should tell you how trash their damn defense is, especially in the run game. And Barkley had, 150, 160, something like that, whatever. Now, Barkley finished this game with, 90 yards or something total, or 85, something like that. But that should have told you last week that it was a bad run defense. But I can't really complain, because I can say the same thing about the Packers. I can say, listen, Packers, they didn't do anything to wow you on offense. But our defense was getting to the quarterback and was stopping them. They didn't really get to Hurts much. Yeah, they brought pressure, and he escaped and got out of it and got rid of the ball or made a good pass here and there. But there were some crazy plays where it was like, wow, that one play pass to God, or it was like, holy hell, that was dangerous. Coming off that fumble he had, I thought was picked, and he kind of crossed his body across the field, threw it, and I'm like, wow. It was just a sloppy game. But yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you, it was a crazy game because it felt to me almost like a damn January NFC playoff game. It reminded me of last time we played the Green Packers in Philly in the playoffs. Week 1, we played them in Brazil last year, and that was just a shootout, 34 or whatever the hell it was, 34-29, whatever. And the playoff game was totally different. I could tell this team's holding plays back. What I mean by that is I think A.J. Brown is still hurt, and he's just trying to get through it and get by and get through and get by. What I mean by that is he has 2 catches for 13 yards and doesn't have anything else. He didn't play against the Giants, but when he played against Minnesota, he had 124 yards and 2 touchdowns. I mean, like, it's either that or nothing. And you can see him out there just gimping and trying to get through. I think they're using him as a decoy once again. He's injured or something's going on. But I don't understand how the offense just goes looking so vanilla. Like, I get if you're playing an amazing, great defense, and you are. I mean, Micah Parsons and this guy, and they got players, and McKinney and this one. But to look like that against that, I'm just like, wow, okay. But listen, they won 10-7. We're on to Detroit. Now, I don't know if this was a game plan where they say, you know what, let's hold some back. Because it's weird. They do this. This is how good this team is. They play like this offensively, and then when they need to, like say they're down a touchdown or two, all of a sudden they can just turn it on. All these plays just start coming out. Where the hell were these plays at? Boom, boom, boom. Guys are open. They can do it right down the field. Maybe they're holding back for this Detroit Lions game. Because this is going to be, I'm telling you, listen, man, this game is no joke. That's why I'm so happy they beat the Packers. Because I said they have to split this series, these next two games between Detroit, them versus Detroit, and then versus the Packers. They got to at least win one of them. They got to win one, lose one. They got to win both. But try to at least split this series right here, because Detroit is a team that's no joke. I mean, either you can shut them down, or they'll hang up 30 or 40 on you, and you're in a shootout, and you got to try to defend, try to come back from it. You got to go point for point with them. So it's no joke. But let's go Birds, Flyers, Fly. One crazy-ass game, man. 0-0 at halftime. First time in 2 seasons. When they said that, I was shocked. I thought they said it was the first time in goddamn 25 fucking years. That's how long I thought it's been. Shit, not one fucking point. And these ain't trash teams. This ain't like it's the damn Browns versus the goddamn whoever. This guy, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, a quarterback, a mobile threat who could throw from anywhere, Dallas Goedert, top O-line. And you have the most 3-and-outs in the league. That's another concern. But, like I said, it's weird to me how they can turn it off and on when they want. So I'm not complaining. I don't know. Coming out of this bye, I'm just like, I don't know what to think. But 10-7, they got the win, went to Lambeau, cold-ass weather, slippery field. They came out with a dub, and that's all that matters. And now we are on to Detroit in Philly, Sunday Night Football, bright lights once again. Let's go, Birds. Follow you guys. Comment on your thoughts. How do you guys feel? I enjoyed it. I mean, it was kind of like, because I had bets and parlays in and stuff, but I enjoyed it because it reminded me of the old school football, man. Like, just awesome defense, and it's tough to score, and that gritty grind, that gritty battle. I'm into that kind of shit. And I also like high-scoring games as well, but I'm just saying, change of pace, but let's go Birds. You guys come on your thoughts. Peace. I'm out. On to Detroit. 7-2, baby. 7-2. Number 1 seed in the NFC as of now. Go Birds.